Hello everyone from YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showcasing a sketchbook tour of a 4x4 mini sketchbook that I completed within this year. I had fun drawing on this sketchbook. I have some fun and quirky illustrations on here, and I'm very happy to showcase that onto YouTube. On the front cover we have some anime stickers and manga stickers that are my favorites from Nana and Evangelion. And then if you turn the page, we have the date, which I did put a question mark because I don't remember the day I started this sketchbook, which I do regret not dating it, and for the next one I probably will date the first page. So let's get started. For the first page here, I was really inspired by the illuminated manuscript borders that you would see in the medieval times on their books. And here I wanted to recreate that by adding sort of like a swirl design on them, and then foliage with the leaves and whatnot. And I did add a girl in the middle, and I did practice my stripling technique on the subject here, and I thought it looked pretty nice, and everything was just freehand drawn, not planned, so it looks a little wonky, but I thought it looked great. And then for the second page, you could see as well, this is what I was trying to achieve as well, but I planned it out more, and I added a knight and some leaves and some designs towards them, which this one came out better than the other one in my opinion. And this was actually inspired by Game of Thrones, because at the time I was rewatching Game of Thrones, so it made me want to draw a knight leaning down. And then for this one, I was trying to achieve this POV type drawing, which it didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to be, which is alright, but I do love her hair and then the cross hatching that I did. And then for this drawing, I wanted to work on this inking pattern material around the subject here, and I think it looks pretty good. And then ultimately I just made him caressing himself, kneeling down as if he's sad. This drawing I really love because I had just finished painting this black sassy cat. I don't remember the name or the artist, which I do apologize, but it's this black fancy cat, like just with champagne smoking, and she just looks so cute and adorable, and I felt like I had to recreate my own version of it. And for this drawing here, this is an OC of mine. She's like an alien insect type bug girl, and on this page here I was trying to achieve as well the border design around her as well, and I just love everything about this. I think the energy blast on her chest is as well cool. And for this one, I wanted to make a drawing of someone getting abducted by a UFO. I think at the time I was watching like alien abduction stories, so it made me want to recreate my own, I guess, scenario of an abduction. And for this drawing, this was actually inspired by this movie called The Arrival, which is, I think it was the new version of the movie, which is essentially like these alien octopus living in this almond-shaped spaceship that they just landed in the middle of nowhere, which is essentially what I drew here. And then for this one, same thing as well. I still wanted to redraw the almond-shaped spaceship, but these two characters have nothing to do with the movie. These are my own creations that I just implemented onto the drawing. For this drawing, I actually don't like this drawing at all. Every time I come back and look at this, I hate it instantly. And plus you could see like it got ripped from super glue. But I do like the ink material. And then for this one, I just wanted to make like a little space doodle with my white gel pens, nothing too fancy. And then for this one, I actually love everything about this drawing here. I love the borders, the roses on the corner, and the mirror reflection there. And I just think it looks so well, like something you would see in the manga panel, with an apparition appearing in her mirror in the back there, just lurking on her. And then this was just a high contrast reference photo from Pinterest, which I was trying to practice with. And you're gonna see a lot of these throughout, as well as you could see here with the girl as well, and also from Pinterest. And you're gonna see a lot of these type of illustrations because this is the time where I wanted to work with that more. And then this man right here, also from Pinterest, high contrast illustrations. And then this photo here is actually me. It's a self-portrait. I took a selfie and I felt like I wanted to recreate my own version of it. And then for this drawing here, I wanted to practice more with my facial expressions, which I ultimately did not achieve, which I hated, to be honest. I think everything about this is hideous, and I just don't want to look back at it, to be honest. And then with this drawing here, I wanted to draw like an angel who had just lost their wing and that is bleeding. And I do love the cross hatching I did on the floor. I think it looks well. And for this drawing, another high contrast reference photo from Pinterest, nothing too crazy. And then this drawing here is actually a redraw of one illustration that I had previously did digitally. And this is from a manga panel from a manga called Blame. And I thought it looked really cool, so I wanted to redraw it. And this is actually one of my own illustrations, no reference photos at all. I love everything about this, even the chain, like necklace cross there you see. And I also practice more with my stripling technique as well. And then for this one as well, I wanted to continue like making the same character appear on this one as well. And then this one is just stripling, high contrast, and just pencils, which it came out beautiful, to be honest. And this photo here, this illustration here, I actually did this on Valentine's Day, and this is a reference photo, and I thought it looked really cute as a post, so wanted to draw something like this. And then this is from Nosferatu. This is the 1930 or 1920 version of it, not the one with Bill Skarsgård, I think that's how you say his name, and Lily Rose Depp. And I thought it came out really well. I love like the high contrast on the illustration, and then the cross necklace, the stripling technique. I thought it captured the vibe well, and it's one of my favorite pieces. And then for this drawing here, it was giving me Bikini Bottom vibes when I was drawing it, but essentially I just wanted to make like a landscape and something you don't normally see. You could see like all these creatures, these like weird things you've never seen on Earth. And then for this drawing, another high contrast illustration, nothing too crazy. I love the hat, which I was trying to make pointy. I think I achieved it. The shadows and everything. And this illustration here is actually of a meme that went around viral. It's of Bobby Pentagram when he just looks into everyone's soul. And I just thought like it'd be a perfect opportunity to draw him. And then this illustration, another just just a little reference photo from Pinterest that I wanted to draw that was giving me a Matrix vibe to it. And then this drawing here is actually of a cloud that I saw, and I took a picture. I thought it was a funky looking cloud, and this is essentially what I saw in the cloud. And then this drawing here, as well as another Pinterest illustration, another Matrix feel vibe to it, nothing too crazy. And then this, I actually wanted to practice with my line thickness. So as you can see here, I was just like playing around with the weight of my pen. No, I thought it looked really good. It looks like hair. I don't know. I think it does. And then this drawing here is a little doodle of Bimo from Adventure Time. I just think he looks so cute. He's actually named after my cat. And yeah. And then this drawing here as well, wanted to practice more with my line weight and all. I thought the other one looked better, but this one is okay. And then this drawing here is actually an album cover from OK Lou, and I just love the album. I thought this whole illustration came out well. And then you could see here, I cut it out in the window because I messed up. So yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but I love everything about this piece. And then this is just another crappy line weight practice thing. It's okay, but I didn't really like it. And then this, another thing I wanted to practice with, like designs stuff. Kind of looks like a peacock, like when they open their feathers. And then this, I don't know exactly what this is. I was just freehand drawing whatever appeared in my head. Kind of looks like a mathematical illustration, something you would see in math class. I don't know. And this one, another high contrast illustration. This is actually from the show Invincible, I think season 2, and I just thought he looked a menace, so I had to draw this panel. And then this drawing here is actually of one of my OCs. I got this reference from Pinterest, but I wanted it to make it my own, so I drew my OC, and I thought it looked really well. And then this drawing here, another from Pinterest, a reference photo. I just wanted to practice with, again, high contrast illustrations. I thought it looks great. Yeah, because I generally don't draw animals, so I thought it came out fantastic. And then this drawing here, I wanted to practice more with animals, and plus I like scorpions, so I added the red to make it pop more, and I wanted to practice more with my stripling technique, so I just made these two scorpions circle around each other. And then this drawing here is actually a reference photo from Deftones, the band, and I thought it looked pretty good. You know, this is one of my favorite albums, and yeah, nothing too crazy. This drawing here, it's actually of a story that I'm trying to create, which I'm still trying to work out the kinks and quirks on the story, and essentially it's just a man in a coma getting experimented on while these eye robot bugs like survey him, make sure everything's okay. And then this drawing here, this is nothing to do with the previous drawing right now. This is my own creation. As you could see there, that's a little design that I draw a lot on my sketchbook, and I wanted to just draw it on his eye. And he was giving me very much of a Hellboy vibe, with you could see like the horns on his head, and yeah, I thought it looked good. And then this drawing here is actually, I think it's Mayan or Aztec. It's of a god, a statue of a god, and I also wanted to practice with like the border there you see there. And this drawing here is actually a self-portrait of me as well. I was making this face in the mirror as I was drawing myself, which is a little, it's okay. And I added the red to make it pop more, and I thought it looked great, you know, with the facial expressions and whatnot. And this drawing here, this actually inspired me from The Grudge, the movie, which you could tell like by the black goo and then the hands there. And I love everything about this. I like the little, like how it makes the hands pop out more, and then the cross hatching, and yeah. And then for this drawing, this is actually ties back to the man in the hospital that you just saw. And then I did add the borders here, as you could see, like the wires and then the little eyeball robots there in the corner. And this is essentially what he sees in his coma. And then this drawing here, if you don't know who this is, I don't know what to tell you. I drew this because I'm a huge MJ fan and I'm excited for the movie to come out. And I like everything about this. I like the shadow that he's casting on it. And yeah, this drawing here, I wanted to practice more with landscaping drawings. For this drawing here, I wanted to create a scenario where the sketchy company of the hospital is keeping these hybrid humanoid babies things that they inject their patients with. And this is essentially what they come up with. So basically a breeding farm that they have. This drawing here is actually the doctor who's experimenting on her patients, as from the first page that you saw. And then this drawing, I wanted to practice more with color. This is a reference photo from Twitter, and I just wanted to practice more with my color and my color pencils, and I thought it came out so beautiful. I might paint this actually, and you could see there all the purple. And then for this drawing, I hate it. See, this is why I don't do color, because it just didn't came out the way I wanted it to look, and it just came out looking weird. And for this drawing here, it actually ties back to the previous pages that you saw of this doctor experimenting on her patients. And yeah, see, so, and then this is two OCs of mine. She has like this bionic arm that she lost out in the war. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah. And then here, the next page, this is where she wanted to investigate, and this is where she keeps all of her patients here, where she could experiment, make sure they're okay. And you could see here towards the end, it leads to more patients, and essentially it's just infected patients that contain it, like this virus. You know, I can't say too much, so yeah. And then this is what happens, like legit not too long from this. And I did want to make like a panel thing, which it came out okay, but you know. And then just wanted to make like this patient like gaining consciousness and choking, you know. It was giving me very Dragon Ball Z. And then for this page, I wanted to make an interactive page because I haven't really did one, and I wanted to practice more with my colors as well. I did this, I think, with soft pastels, and it's of like a cell thing. And then you could see here, this is like an alien like symbol thing, I don't know. And then think of it as an embryo, you know. And you see, I wanted to flip it around, and this is like an alien baby. And then for this drawing, this is my OC of that doctor that you just saw, and I just wanted to practice more with my colors. So this is what she looks like in color, and the glasses are actually of a Vivienne Westwood collection. And this is actually of a meme that I saw going around, which reminded me of my sister because she's obsessed with Rei Ayanami. And this is actually like Ryan Gosling holding on to this Rei character, and I just had to draw it because I thought it was funny. For this one as well, another meme, I think it's of a Barbie looking like disgusted, and I wanted to draw it, so I just used my pencils and all. This drawing here, I wanted to draw sort of like a scenario of these four people going on a quest in the medieval times, and then a biblical angel appears to them, and I thought it looked like menacing and scary looking, and I had like fun drawing this, and I might redraw this actually. And then for this drawing here, also another like biblical event that I thought would be fun to draw, and you could see everyone like kneeling down to this angel, and then I did draw like eyes on his wings, so he might not be a good angel. So yeah. And for this drawing, this is just a reference photo from this movie called Appleseed, and I thought it looked really cool. I did watch the movie, so I wanted to redraw both of them there. So yeah, and then I did add green to his eyes as well. This drawing here, this is a still life drawing that me and my husband went on a park date, and I saw this couple in a canoe there, and I thought they looked really cute, and I also did see a duck, so I had to draw them, and yeah, I thought it was a good time. And then for this drawing, I actually wanted to practice more because I had a toothbrush and then a inking pad, and I wanted to practice more with whatever shapes it could make, and it made that, and I thought it looked pretty cool. And I just wanted to draw like a man wandering on alone while this like bug monster thing is lurking. For this drawing here, I wanted to make like a fiery, I don't know, elemental creature here, and he's harvesting like this like energy blast on his chest here, and I thought it looked really cool. I like how the flames are kind of appearing on all over his body and whatnot. For this, I made this with soft pastels. You could see how like it's very pigmented at the bottom, and I did make like an arc there. So essentially it's this like witch girl about to perform a ritual thing, and I thought it came out pretty well. For this drawing here, it's actually an interactive page of an owl, and then again I wanted to practice more with my colors as well. And then if you move this, his eyes move, and something simple that I wanted to try. And then you could see here, there, I put the tape. And then for this also is another interactive page. I just drew faces and cut them out. I think I saw this on Pinterest, and I wanted to recreate my own, as you could see there, and I thought they all came out pretty well, and probably one of my favorite pages of the sketchbook. And yeah, for this page, I wanted to draw a native guy just chilling, sitting down, listening to music there. I don't know if you could see like his headphones on his ears right there. And then the thing next to his eyes, I kind of wanted to make like a scouter thing. And then his eyes, I don't know, he's just lurking with his eyes. And then for this drawing here, I used charcoal, and I actually don't like this drawing at all because it looks goofy, and the mirrors in the back don't even match the cathedral like windows on the back of the subjects, and essentially it's just a vampire trying to suck on this poor girl. And I did do like her hair, her curly hair, which I thought it came out well, but I probably won't come back to charcoal, to be honest. And then this drawing is actually of a bleeding candle that I have, and it made like this cool effect, which you see here. This is what it came out. I got this on Halloween, and I had to save this because I thought it looked pretty cool, the design, so I just redrew it here with this multi-colored pen here I got from the dollar store. But they kept leaving this like residue, which I did not like. And then this drawing here is actually my three sisters. We all got boba and we took a picture, and I just recreated this, and I thought it'd be a fun idea to draw it out, and I thought it looked pretty cool. And then this drawing here is of Frankenstein's creature. I saw the movie, I instantly loved it. I thought it looked really well, and then I added the borders there as well. So Jacob Delory did a good job. And I haven't actually read the book, which I should, and I did ask for it on my Christmas list, so hopefully. And that concludes the sketchbook tour, and I did add the date when I finished this sketchbook. And thank you so much for everyone tuning in on my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little fun video I put together. Hopefully in the future I will make another sketchbook tour. And thank you so much for this love and support. Like and subscribe, and goodbye.